I think that'll be fun. There he is. There's my man. Hey, what just happened? Hasan, I accepted, but it's saying it's waiting on you. There,
Yo,
there it is.
hey,
Hey, y'all
what's
make
good, bro?
some noise for the man himself, man.
Yo, Anik, you're looking biblical right now.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? I was saying you look biblical right now.
I'm real, yeah, Imam Khan with this quarantine.
Yeah, bro. You're about to give the khutbah right now, bro.
How you been, man? What's up?
I've been good, bro. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm ready to eat.
Let's eat. Is it messed up that I already kind of ate a little bit though?
No, it's not, because I actually had to have a little bit of something, because I was like 8:30. That's 8:05 to 8:30. That's a long window.
8:05. I kind of went hard a little bit, but I'm at dessert right now. Can I eat dessert right now?
Absolutely. Let me see what you're eating. What we doing over here? What you eating? What's that?
Gonna make some blueberry coffee cake.
Okay. You're on the dessert side. See, I didn't do that.
What are you having?
Let me show you where I went with it. So we have all the brown fried shit that we always have, right? The piaju, the cauliflower, the potato, watermelon, because duh.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the classic hood ramen noodle, but just spiced up. You know how everybody has their version of their ramen noodle?
Yeah, I think I got some back here. I'm in the laundry room, avoiding my family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got it right here, bro. I'm not above that.
I don't think anyone should be above ramen noodles. There's so many delicious ways you can have that food. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's good, bro? How have you been, man?
I'm great, man. I'm getting used to this quarantine thing. How about you?
I'm doing all right, man. I thought it was really beautiful what you did. Where I just want to big up you because you put that thing out on IG.
Thank you, man.
Basically saying, hey, anybody needs help. I can help deliver things. What made you want to do that? Because that was pre-Ramadan.
Yeah, well, this thing affected my family a lot. Obviously, I'm in Queens. It's one of the most affected places, right? And so my parents got stuck out in Bangladesh. My older sister turned blue in the face and hands. Like, it was like she was positive for it. My uncle caught it. My cousin's in-law passed. A lot of people passed. Like, it was just back to back, like rah, kind of thing. So then after that, I was just like, while it was happening in real time, I'm the we all have cars because we lived here our entire lives, and most New Yorkers, if you're from here, have cars in the deeper boroughs.
Right.
So I'm like, my sister's too weak to cook, so I'll take some food and I'll drop it off in front of the driveway, and then I'll leave and do it for my uncle. Then I was like, yo, I could do this for anyone, like anyone in Queens could do this for. I could take 4 hours. I'm not doing shit. I could take 4 hours out of my day to, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I didn't I did mad deliveries. I didn't post about it. It wasn't something to like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I actually kind of felt bad when I put it up because.
Why?
It was really weird because I didn't want to, like, everybody's like calling me king and like, oh, we love you, and I'm like,
they're calling you king?
Like, that's what's up, king, and I'm like,
damn.
And I'm like, just no disrespect, but just ask somebody who needs this. Like, I don't care if you big me up. I just want to help,
Yeah. And
one lady was super, super sweet. She faked the delivery, and I went to her crib. And she just had a little envelope for me, and inside it said, "I'm so sorry for faking this, but I didn't think you'd come any other way." And she left me a little donation, saying like, this you might need this, and here's some bread, and you could take care of it. And it was really nice, man.
Oh, that's cool. I thought it was about the story was about to turn, and she was like, and she was a stalker, man. She was
nah. Absolutely.
That's cool.
Have you been dealing with everything? How's family? How's like?
I've been good, man. You know us, man. So we were texting about this, but we just had a baby boy. So we have a newborn. He's Gen C. Everybody's calling it Generation C. Like all these kids that were born during Corona.
Really?
Bro, there's a lot of babies that are being born right now, and then there's a lot of, because of quarantine, there's a lot of Corona babies just happening. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about that, of how many post children we about to get
A lot.
Oh, for this, man.
Especially before the vaccine drops, it's going to be like 12 to 18 months. That's a lot of Rona babies.
Do you think, like, are you gonna come outside anytime soon? Like, are you gonna like you have newborns? Like, are you gonna like?
So we don't take the newborn out, but I take. So we've had to go from zone defense to man. So, because before it was me and Bina, and we would just double team my daughter. Now we go man to man. I take my daughter, and she takes the newborn, and it's actually pretty dope, man. Because she's really into me, she's not into Bina, and I flex that really hard.
Yeah.
I flex it really hard. It's like it's my version of dunking on her, you know.
Mm-hmm. I have to do that here because my nephew and my niece stay with me. They're just downstairs.
Yeah,
we have like a house, and every time they like, you know, they get tired of their mom. Like I just come and say to them, "Come upstairs, guys. Just listen to some music," and they're like,
"Yeah."
But then I give them back because I don't own them. So
you can always return, bro. It's Costco's old return policy. As an uncle, you just be able to.
I just give them back.
Yeah, you just give them back, man. Yeah. Are you a cool uncle?
I think I'm a cool uncle. I mean, this kid got Timbs and Jordans before he was the age of 5.
Wow.
And I remember the first pair I ever got, I had to steal. So
that's what's up.
You know, that was
statute of limitations. It's all good. You can say it.
Yeah, no. It was a very different time when I.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've always had a super like unique style. Is that a Queens thing?
Why do you think my style is unique? And then maybe
it's just not like my style is very much like in the Nintendo Wii Daisy stock character.
I actually dress like you quite often.
No. Like, I think you were one of the first people that I saw that really did the kind of aggressive, like John B. Puerto Rican dude fade. Remember John B. in the night? On that kind of like John B. Mike Bibby, like aggressive kind of fade vibe. You were doing that before we started doing it. Before like kind of the Daisy dudes took it from the European soccer players and kind of did it.
Yeah, before the suburban Daisy kids. I think a very big distinction between inner city Daisy kids and suburban Daisy kids.
What's the biggest difference?
Being around black folks. That's it. Like, and like you had to be hip. Like, you either be hip or you die. You know, like you get cracked on. The jokes are crazy. You know, like what do you do? I had to learn. I had to get played because I had cooked Jordans on, and realized that you're not supposed to just buy one shoe a year. You gotta you gotta.
How did you get around that though?
Single this shit.
Our parents would not let us get more than one pair a year. How did you get around? You just would.
I did it. I stole them.
Like you straight up go into Foot Locker, you'd be able to take them out of Foot Locker.
I do that, or my homies would go like do that shit for me, and then like I would like, or like one of the dudes like in the hood we know that would do that shit, and we'd pay them like something way less. You know what I'm saying? Like I was getting Jordans for like $80 in early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But really the biggest distinction, the reason, I mean, it's Queens, man. I don't know how to stay without a fade. I think Bengalis and Dominicans are like parallel with each other. You know, like Puerto Rico.
Who are the best New York barbers, Dominicans or Russians?
Dominicans. That's not even a question.
But Russians will give you a cheaper cut.
See, this is what Russians are good at. Russians are good at knowing the length of the hair and using the scissors. You see what I'm saying? But the Dominicans, you want a clean fade that goes like appropriately up and all that shit. You're gonna get that from the Dominicans.
How much is your cut?
My whole thing plus my beard and everything is $20.
And what do you tip?
I tip him good. He's been my barber for a while. I take care of my boy. You know, I met him at a barbershop, and then he got his own place. And then I brought like 50% of his Daisy.
That's amazing. Who's your biggest style inspiration? Or you just made it up? Because all your merch is fire. All of the kind of stuff
First
that you're
of all, we're going
to
start getting to you because I need to start interviewing you. But you spitting a lot of sugar at me, and it's very nice. But my favorite, I don't know, my style.
You know where I was thinking about this, by the way, just to give you the backstory?
Yeah.
You know the rapper Narcy? You know Narcy from Canada?
Yeah, he's fire.
So Narcy, I remember I ran into him outside of like the mosque, like in New York. He was walking away, like we like crossed paths.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he was just saying something really interesting where he was just like, yeah, man, like a lot of Muslim dudes in their 20s and 30s, they don't have style, they don't have this, they don't have that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like we all kind of dress the same. And he's on his like outer space vibe. He's always on like
Narcy's wearing the illest shit all the time.
Yeah, it's always like he was on some like the Bleaky Jamaat goes to Mars like type of thing where, you know what I mean? Where he had like the tech pants, but like a kurta and like a it was just yeah.
You're wearing the cool ass fezzes.
Yeah,
with like a Louis Vuitton over jacket.
Yeah, and then some like Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
My style is weird because I've never seen. It's a mix of like Prodigy and Nas and like honestly like Amitabh Bachchan, because like we've just never had like, and my father. Like, I love how, like, the old Desi guys didn't do it on purpose, but they would wear them old polos and them old, like, Nauticas and shit, and they'd be baggy, but they would, like, tuck it in and shit like that. They had no idea how much of a look that was back then.
You know what's crazy? What our generation did that we didn't embrace that the older generation did? So, like, our generation had to make everything kind of crisp and lined up and all that stuff. But if you look at the kind of OG style icons, the Amitabhs, all that stuff, they had the chest hair going. They kept the beard, the mustache, and the hair.
They was proud of the chest hair from a long time ago. It took Bollywood actors for me to just let my shit out and be like, "What's up?" You know, I'm proud of this. You know, that's crazy.
Someone said I would lose my mind if you dress like a Desi dad. I'm about to. I'm like 2 weeks out.
I'm most of the time dressed like a Desi father.
What you would do is you kind of combine. You like what was cool, and I think it was the last album you did it. You kind of kept everything unique on the top and the bottom, and then you hit them with the chupples.
Yeah. I don't like socks in the summer, so before chupples, I would just powder my sneakers because I wasn't fucking with socks. Like, I don't like.
In Queens, what's the low top of choice in Queens?
Uptowns. Uptowns are Air Maxes. Uptowns are Air Force Ones. Sorry.
But I thought that was a Harlem thing.
That's a New York thing in general. Obviously, Harlem started that shit. New Yorkers, Queens kids, they gon' wear. We wear Air Maxes, I think, more than anyone else. Like, you'll see more people in Air Maxes in Queens than in Jordans. Where I think is vice versa in places like Harlem.
You mean the ones, or like the Air Max 90s,
98,
Air Max, whatever?
98, 95. You know what I'm saying? Like the retro joints. People wear those. Remember the classic, like the gray with the lime green shit?
Yeah, with the neon green. Yeah.
People wear that shit like to go to work.
Who had the best style though at your school? Asian kids?
Nah, the black kids for sure.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black people are just really good at everything.
Hot take.
You just take that and you go, oh, that's. I mean, even us, bro. Like, think about it. Like, would we really be out here like bold and like making sure we like move our head like this or talk with our hands without black folks? I'm asking. I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. I think we'd be holding each other's pinkies if we were just fucking following
our
culture shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like this, because like the fucking people who like said like the speeches and shit would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'd do like this, but like all this shit or like that and like.
When you go back to Bangladesh though, and you watch like. Do you ever see kind of like the way like young guys kind of move?
Yeah, I got cousins. Now my cousins are old enough for me to hang out with, and they're like just old enough for them to hold secrets from me. Like they're like 22, 23ish.
Yeah.
And all of them, man, they're like in motorcycles and shit. They like see it, like get the little Rough Rider joints and like to them like they'll wear the slim pants and the like. For example, my cousin has an outfit that you would wear, like he looks just like you, but then
that's hilarious.
It's like the open-toed sandals with the motorbike. You know, it's not even clothes. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. What have you been watching? Like, have you seen any? Like, what you been?
Bro, I've been watching The Last Dance nonstop.
That is all I've been watching too. That and stand-up comedy.
Are you serious?
Which I want to. I'm a huge stand-up fan. Like, I'll go.
You told me that, but I didn't believe it. I brought some. I want to pull something out for you, bro.
Okay.
Because you're a rapper.
Okay.
And if you're really about it, I want to see it. So I'm in the laundry room. We got the notebooks.
Wow.
So where do you put all your stuff?
With Gary V, you pulled that joint out. You was like, I'm writing, I'm working, I'm cracking in here.
Bro, put them up.
I don't got none.
Whoa, wait.
I got no rhyme books. Half the shit I write in my head. I just don't tell people.
Come on, bro. Are you serious?
I just wanted to copy Jay. It wasn't.
So how did you do? So how did you come up with big facts?
In my head. And then the second verse, I don't write until I have at least 8 to 16 bars in my head, and then I write the rest.
You hear the melody,
yeah,
and then you do that thing. You do the thing where you make your voice deep.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I get the little tone.
Like your octave is like, your octave's like that. Is down here. Is down here. Like, you know what I mean? Is that?
Hey. That's funny. I pride myself for not having a rapper voice, but I guess I do. That's crazy.
What is it like? It's like big facts. It's like
big racks, bro.
Yeah.
Who's this? Who's that? Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious.
It's cool that you figured out. When did you figure out how to like that? You wanted to make it deep and you wanted to like slur it. You wanted to.
Hey, look, I can't take serious. What are you saying after that? If I wanted to make it deep or what?
When did you figure that out? How did you figure that out? Where you were like,
that's why I want to talk about the similarities between stand up and rap to me, because they're both like words and then reciting the words live.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Obviously, I have a 2-track and shit, but it's literally like writing the joke and trimming the fat until you get the fucking bullet. It's the same thing when it comes to your voice. Like you record and you record and you record until you find this pocket on the beat and you go like, oh, that just frequency wise, it's gonna get a little nerdy, but frequency wise, it just fits perfectly. Yeah. And you're like, that's like a thing, you know. And then that for me was listening to Max B, 50 Cent, and and Adnan Sami.
For real? Adnan Sami?
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like mixing those things. And I was like, oh, thank you. My sister just brought me some chai because she is the best. She never fails every round.
Does she know you're on IG Live?
She knows, yes, and she's a big fan of you, so she's trying to like just keep it cool back downstairs.
Yo, check this out. This is my notebook when I was writing. Look, this is how I pulled it out just to give you context. This is a notebook that I had to buy in India. This is a Doom 3 notebook.
A Doom 3?
Doom 3, bro.
That's you know that was the worst Doom. Did you see that one?
Yeah, it was kind of whack.
Amir usually does not fail, but he kind of.
I mean, what do we got going on here, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's happening right now?
No, that's my man. That's my man.
What's happening right now?
I bet you if you put on a top hat, you look just like that motherfucker.
I know, man. Yo, I wish, bro. Look at those arms, bro. Look at these arms, bro.
You got arms just like that. You go to the gym. Shut up, Hasan. You know you look like that under your shirt.
During Ramzan, bro?
You only show up for your wife, which is very.
I'm looking soft, bro.
But you know you look exactly like that under there. You look like Jordan in '98.
Yeah, man. These are the jokes, man. So you don't write at all?
I do. I don't want to act like I don't write. I'm saying when I listen to a record, the first like hour or two is me writing in my head, getting the melodies, dropping the melodies, and then doing it. I don't even like. I hardly like write the verse first. I go in there and I mumble melody, and then I've seen
that. Yo, one of my favorite things to do on YouTube is like typing in so and so in the studio.
No, you don't. For real?
Yeah. I'll tell you one of the best ones right now. One of the best ones that I went down a rabbit hole was it's Pharrell Williams and Justin Timberlake when they were making Justified. It's a 15-part. I don't know who did this. They leaked like 15 hours of raw footage.
Wow. And
you're watching Pharrell with Justin be like, literally do the melody for Like I Love You, all of it. It was so dope.
anytime I need to feel inspired,
Yeah.
when I don't have it, I watch a very similar thing to that, but Fade to Black for Jay-Z, that documentary.
You think but does Fade to Black inspire you? Because when I see him doing the mumble shit where he's like he's in the thing and he's listening to Lucifer, it makes me depressed. I'm like, damn, dude, he's so naturally talented.
Why does it make you depressed? It just makes me go like, all right, that's what I got to get to. It's
That's
like
all.
you watching. It's like you watching Chappelle. And you're
Yeah,
like,
bro. When I watch Chappelle, I want to quit, bro. I want to take these.
yes,
I want to take these and I want to burn it.
But shut up, you never quit, right? So guess what? Because you never
That's
quit.
but that's just on some like they see I have no choice. I'm married with 2 kids type stuff.
No, it's not. And if
Bro,
it is. You are exactly alike. That's crazy. I say if that is true, man, you are exactly alike. Because half the time I'm like, I could not put out a song for 2 years and not give a fuck, but I kind of have to. You know?
Yeah, man.
But I think there's an inspiration behind it that like even when I feel like I just am okay with the fact that I will never be Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He's like not in this track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Like, I'm not gonna be fucking Jay-Z. But when I watch Jay-Z, I'm like, I could do some of this shit he did.
What do you think about all these like these Latin artists that are really popping right now, like Bad Bunny and all these guys that are kind of creating their own wave with Latin music?
I think history just repeats itself because we had it when we were in high school, and like Daddy Yankee and like
right,
reggaeton hit a thing. I think this is the thing, and we talked about it. I think like 2-3 years ago, when I was like, you could never get rid of the clave. There's different rhythms. You can never shut it down. There's gonna be a period where Justin Bieber is gonna do a dancehall record. And there's gonna be a period where Bad Bunny's gonna come out and do reggaeton. But there's no way possible in the world that you can't have that. You need that. If you don't have that, and it doesn't matter which genre it is that'll fit there. Look at Afrobeat. It did so big. You know what I'm saying? It came in and it like took over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just depends on the cycle. Like, to think that we'll only be able to do like, we're not. It's after like a couple months.
I love how you can do that.
What?
Like, you can identify a sound and then you're like, or whatever you just did.
It's the same thing you do when you watch. Like, I just watched Jerry Seinfeld stand up. And
so what'd you think of that? What'd you think of Jerry? For real?
But let me tell you why I loved it. Let me tell you why. I don't understand how he makes jokes hit so on the bullseye every time, even if he didn't execute it properly or as funny. The actual writing of the joke, I'm just like,
who's your all-time, like, what are your all-time favorite specials?
Chappelle, Paul Mooney.
Damn, Paul Mooney, that's deep. Okay.
One of my favorite stand-ups is Jesus is Black and So is Cleopatra. It's one of my favorites.
Wow.
Paul
Mooney, that's like a comics comic.
Yeah. The one you did changed my life, seriously, because
Homecoming King.
I'm a huge stand-up fan in general, and then to see a brown guy talk about the shit that I fuck with was very huge for me. Apurna, Harry Kondabalu, like you guys.
Right.
Y'all are actually fucking funny.
Yeah.
Understand the art of stand-up. Understand, like, this shit better hit like a bullet, but also at the same time, like,
right.
Then, I think stand-up has different genres. Like, you have, like, the Russell Peters of the world, where sometimes you want to hear the, the McDonald's F joke or whatever the fuck. And I don't want to put him, comparing to McDonald's or anything like that. But, he's very much in tune with, like...
Bro, when he came out, I'll just put it this way. When he came out in 2005, somebody's going to get hurt real bad.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah, bro. And for me, like, but then, stand-up kept developing. Louis C.K., even though what he did, I know is wild, but I think personally there was a pre-Louis C.K. and a post-Louis C.K. of like, awkward comedians,
Right.
And like just saying like, didn't necessarily need to be a punchline. The punchline was like, I don't know, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that like a lot of comedians do now. Do you know what I'm saying? That
right.
I didn't see before him. Where like Kings of Comedy and shit like that, when you'd watch them, it was a completely different way of presenting yourself.
Right.
Like that.
What about Patrice? Did you ever watch Patrice O'Neal?
Yeah, the legend himself.
Yeah, he's probably him and Dave to me are like two of the most naturally gifted comedians. I've seen of the modern era.
To me, I don't even consider Dave a comedian anymore. I just think like he will end up like leaving this earth as like the best storyteller of all time in my opinion.
Yeah, for real.
Like he's just at this point, like when he's up there, I don't know when the punchline is. I just feel like he's just
you just want to listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, and he's just funny. That fucking stand up, I don't remember the name, but it's like close, and he's like getting closer and closer. The camera's getting closer and closer. He's just taking a cigarette and he's talking about the campfire and shit. And I'm just like, this camera hasn't moved. The angle,
his voice though is so good, bro. His voice is so good, sonically where he's at. And then if you listen to like early 2000s Dave Chappelle, it was even higher pitched, which was even like funnier. Now he's got that kind of the bass on it.
Here's my question: do you think you will end up like when all this shit goes, like say like you don't have the Netflix show, say you don't have another show that might be coming up with a partner and shit, do you think as long as you'll have stand up you'll be okay, like, or do you think it's the other way around where you're like,
no, to me, yeah, to me,
I need to give this information out.
To me, I can't wait to go back to touring, man. And like, I have the next special ready. Like, I had all the material. I was supposed to go on tour this fall, and
me too.
I'm really excited, man, because I put out Homecoming King in 2017, and it's been 3 years. So the next show's really ready. Like, I didn't kind of pump them out like every year. I really built it. It was at like 90, 100 minutes. Then I trimmed it down. Like, it was really, really set to go. So, you know, God willing, when everything goes back to normal, I can't wait to show it to everybody.
How do you feel about music being a part of your comedy tour?
Music? Bro, can I tell you a story?
Let's talk about it.
The only comedian who can do oh, by the way, if you're asking if you want to do like open, for sure. Hell yeah.
Okay, before we get there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay. So my agent called me and was like, "Hey, Nas and Lauryn Hill were going on tour," and they were like, "This happened 2 years ago or last year?" So he was like, "Different comedians are opening." Like they asked Hannibal Buress, they asked like a couple, and then they asked me. They're like, "Someone from Lauryn Hill's camp was like is into your comedy and wants you to open."
Oh wow,
bro! I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, I'm a huge fan. But this is gonna go so poorly. I had to say no. I'm like, I will get booed off stage, not because the material is bad. I can do 10. It's not that. It's the expectation. People are going to a Nas and a Lauryn Hill show, bro. If I come out, they're gonna throw bottles on stage. They're gonna just, you know what I mean? They're not here. They're not here for it.
So one, I see where you're coming from. I think. Context is really important.
Yes,
I think you thinking about it like that. I think any person with like a logical mind who like cares about the brand would think about it the way you just did. So I don't think they're. I think you are right to think like, yo, I don't even know if they want to hear it or this and that, right? Especially because it's Nas and Lauryn Hill and shit like that. But I think you have an opportunity where, and I always talk to other like certain folks about this, where like I don't know if you know, but you are very much brown people Chappelle. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Can I finish?
No. Yeah.
Can't say why. Now I'm not even into the comparing shit. You are your own person. So
I'll lose, bro. The comments will rip me a new one. Don't even put that on.
Okay. Let me get back to what I'm actually trying to say.
Explain.
What I'm trying to say is that you are in a place where like the things you talk about, the things that you are very inclusive of, you are a very rarity in that form that will talk about a bunch of different things in a bunch of different places and set that up as a platform for people to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so for people like the brown kid that's watching you, that's enjoying your show and shit like that, we appreciate that a lot, right? So if you're going on tour and you bringing out X person who's a South Asian performer or X person who's a South Asian comedian or something like that.
Yeah.
I think you were the only person that can actually get away with, even if you wanted to try it, can actually get away with like this.
Yeah, the show. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's going to be a bunch of different shit in that.
The show, the audience that comes to my show, it's a family situation. Like, meaning they're very familiar with the work, with the body of work. And so they would understand. Yeah, for sure.
That's what I meant by that when I said that. So, but
bro, we'll do it. No doubt. Let's do it.
I think, and I wasn't trying to say that and segue into like me.
No, bro, let's do it.
But
you know who's so good at that? Like again, like Dave is one of the most iconic people. To me, he's like comedy's Prince. So you know how with Prince, you know, rest in peace, everybody had a crazy Prince story. Like one time I was at this park, and he showed up at this restaurant and he played for 6 hours, and so and so was there. Elvis Presley was there, and then Richard Pryor was there. And you're like, how were all these people in the room? Dave is the same way. You go to a Dave show, you go backstage, they'll be like Chance the Rapper, Erykah Badu, Draymond Green, LeBron, and like, you know, and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, you're like, right. How are all these people in one spot? He's this magnet, and I always was hoping somebody from our community could kind of come up and be that magnet.
Exactly. That's
for what we do. You know,
you just articulate shit with better than I do, but that you got.
That's what I was hoping. That's my dream. Is that like?
I think you are and I think you worked hard for it, and it's okay for you to own it. I think you are the front runner in that. You know what I'm saying? Over anyone that's there, just because of consciously and inclusively, like you get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very adamant about like not just brown bodies, but black and brown bodies, and I think you have that same sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Even with your show and shit like that, you know, you over here sharing shit about Ahmad, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here tweeting to people like, hey, South Asians, you know how you gotta speak up, bro. Voicing black people when shit is good. I think it's time for you to, you know, this might be the perfect time for you to talk to your parents about how fucked up this shit is. You know
for real. Yes.
Like when it's all so bad, you know? So I know that's why I think you have a place where your demographic is obviously brown, but there's also so many other people because they respect what you bring to the table outside.
I'm lucky, man. I got that kind of. John gave me that cosign. You know, he took me from the kebab circuit and kind of made me legit. You know, I told him that like he really made me a made man in that way. But
the fact that you just called it the kebab circuit,
bro, I was on the kebab circuit, man. You know how it is. I was on the kebab.
John Stewart is one of my 3 favorite white men of all time.
That's funny.
Him.
All right, wait. I gotta. So I'm in writers meetings right now. I had to like step away. But you want to play? Can I play a track for you that like? I'm gonna play
please, absolutely. I didn't know you was in the certain meetings, but absolutely, let's do that. What song? Are you starting it off or am I starting it off?
Bro, I'm gonna start. What are we starting with? Bollywood? Or are we starting with just like?
American? I think we should start with some '90s hip hop since that's where you are with it.
Okay.
And then I'll play one and then we'll go to the thing.
All right. I played this at the office. This is how you know like I'm 30 plus and nobody was with it.
Let me see, man. What are we talking about here?
I mean, you'll know from the.
Jesus, the notorious.
Yeah, they were like, "What is this?"
Who is saying what is this?
You know what I loved about this, by the way?
What?
Puffy I can't dance, but Puffy can't either. And Puffy made like not good dancing. You know what I'm saying?
Turned really good.
Puffy made not good dancing good dancing.
Yes.
Look at the video. It's just all shoulders, you know what I mean?
He hits him with the all that shit he was doing, like
he just kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my shit, man.
And if you're listening to like the '90s bad boy stuff, you don't look like a bad dancer if you do that. You know what I mean?
Actually, you can use that. You can use that dance now for like.
I'll pull it out. I'm not a good dancer. I'm not like you. How big when you were growing up? How big was like at my school? That era, like Puffy, Mace, that Locks, that bad boy era was everything.
Yeah, for me it was a mix. I was right in the middle. Like we were still listening to like Puff and Mace and stuff, but we were like by the time I was in high school, we're listening to like G Unit and Dipset, right?
Oh wow.
We're like super into like G Unit's Beg for Mercy, bro, is like one of my favorite albums of all time. Get Rich or Die Trying changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that to me, that side was like something that like really stuck to me. But being from Queens, there's no way you get out of There's no way you get out of listening to stuff like this outside. There's no way. Here, I got you. Of course, Spotify wants to take its time.
Drop around whoever bet it goes off.
That's not the song. That's Drake. Come on, man.
I was like, that was high school?
That was not high school, but that's a really good song. Maybe it'll come up on here. Yeah, it will. Boom. This song. Do you know this guy? Come on, YouTube. See, this is when you prep shit before.
I mean, this is classic.
Yeah, man. But this ain't.
This beat is amazing.
It's not even that one. It's this one.
Oh, catch you coming out to crib.
Quiet Storm? It's Quiet Storm? Oh, shit.
I break bread,
$100.
Yeah.
and up 4 wheels, write a book full of medicine and generate meals. Saw the album.
So how much did the Blueprint break your heart?
Yeah, bro, it did. But then Nas came out with Ether, and I was okay.
Damn.
I remember me and my friends going to, like, my cousins taking us to Brooklyn, playing Ether through Brooklyn because we were crazy.
Right.
And just running, like playing it, but also running, getting in the car, running away and shit like that. It was an amazing time. Prodigy to me was like one of my favorites.
Yo, let me play. This is an OG Bollywood track, but I've been bumping this at the house. And I've been singing it to my wife.
Let's go.
All right, hang on. This is a banger.
Oh my God, I was gonna play that. Yo, that's
This is a banger.
Yo, I swear to God, I was gonna play this.
Bro, this is a banger.
Now I gotta play a different song. That is my favorite Hindi song of all time. Hey,
Classic feels in this too.
That I literally was about to play that specific song.
And that's starring Kajol's husband. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was a kid, I had a huge crush on Kajol, bro. That unibrow is sexy.
Bro, did you know Kajol and Rani because you're Bengali?
I had no idea. What?
You gotta claim that, cuz we claiming that. That's ours.
Kajol Bengali?
Yeah. Arguably one of the best actresses.
Kajol was born in Mumbai to the Mukherjee Samarth family of Bengali Marathi descent.
Let's talk about it.
Go.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go. Wikipedia, look at the uni.
You said what?
I said Wikipedia, look at the uni. I gotta embrace mine too, man. I gotta embrace mine too. Being out here, I gotta let it go. I gotta go full Kajol.
I think if you do it, every unibrow in the world will come out after that.
That's like, what's his name who plays for the Lakers? What's his name?
What's old boy? Tall boy.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly. What is his name? Why am I tripping on his name like I don't watch NBA all the time? That's crazy.
Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, bro.
AD.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis out here looking like Kajol.
Yo, this is my
Anthony Davis out here looking like Kajol, bro.
Here's my song for you, sir.
Oh, this is great. This is a banger. This is the one. I love you all.
I love you all.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why we gotta embrace the chest hair, bro. Yeah, and Salman's like, he's fully shirtless in this too. Hit it! He doesn't have a, as a dude who moves his hands a lot, he keeps it contained. He does a lot of this.
How many choreographies did you have to learn and do at a wedding?
For what, at my wedding? My boy Donish is incredible at dancing.
You said what?
Yeah, my boy Donish is incredible at dancing.
Really?
Yeah. Someone's asking, can I dance like that? Yeah.
Yeah, you can. There's
He's
footage if you dance
contained.
like that.
If you really know what it is, you know that Ritik is the one who's like, he's the one who's got the agility and, you know what I mean?
Remember this? Remember Ritik's?
You talking about this? Come on, bro. You wanna Daisy Hadouken me right now? Yo, this is the E Honda, bro. This is the Daisy E Honda, bro. Keep tapping it.
Bro, that's too deep. The Daisy E Honda, you gotta be a niche of a niche. That's a deep one. That's amazing. Man.
Yes. Shout out to Raja Kumari. She's up in the chat. What up, Raja Kumari?
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Yo, thank you so much for joining me, dog.
This was so fun, bro.
It was really fun, man. I just, you know, it's hard for me to like tell people like, hey, here's a new song. Please enjoy during the fucking worst pandemic of the world, you know? Yeah. But like if we could like share a meal during Ramadan and just have a conversation.
I know, bro. And we were listening to music, but it's all good. We were spreading love. Hey. All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Love you, bro.
Thank you so much, bro. I love you too, man. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all give a round of applause for Hasan Minhaj, y'all. I'll see you later, sir.
Peace.
Peace.